Hello, good morning. This is Professor Jim Cleary. This is an introduction video for the Math 1150 web class. I guess to start off with, I'm a full-time faculty, and I'm also one of the sponsors for the Robotics Club and a mentor for the CSM Talons VexU. If that's something you're interested in, send me an email on My Learning, and I'll get you the contact information. We have a club, and we also have a competitive team that competes throughout the country, and then we qualify for worlds. We go to the world championships, which we have in the past several years. So a little bit about me. I started here at CSM. Then it was actually Charles County Community College. Got my associate's degree in engineering. Then I went to West Virginia University, got my bachelor's degree in electronic engineering. Came back, started working for the government. Uh, Started a graduate degree in engineering from George Washington University. And after 5 years, I left the government and went to private industry where I worked 23 years as a design engineer. Then at that point, I decided I wanted to do something else. So I started a teaching career, and this will be the start of my 13th year here at the College of Southern Maryland. So, as you are aware from the email that you got from the bookstore and uh, the announcement the first week before classes got started, this is a digital access class, which means that you paid for the text when you register for the class, and you have access to it um, starting last Tuesday, the week before classes started. It's a digital access, and you can figure out how to register for this section in the My Learning Shell under the My Math Lab registration tab. Excuse me. And we use the My Math Lab for homework and quizzes, and also you have access to the text in there. So a little bit about the course. Math 1120 College Algebra. This is two classes in one, so it's a pretty action-packed, busy class. So this is the first time this class has been offered in a web format, and all your exams are taken in the testing center, and 65% of your grade is determined from proctored exams in the testing center. So there's 10 modules, 5 1-week modules and 5 2-week modules. The first 4 modules are the college algebra portion of the class, and then you have 5 modules that are the trigonometry portion of the class, and then the last module is the module for the comprehensive final exam. And then in some of the modules, you're going to notice additional resources. I've just started using this in the web classes where I actually put some videos in there that I have found on YouTube. Most of them are Khan Academy that are you can look for. You can use other videos. A lot of students use videos from other sources, but these particular ones that I put in the class are actually teaching the way that we teach it here at the College of Southern Maryland for this class, which is again a preparatory class for calculus. So all the things that we do here are preparing you for our Math 1200 class, which is our Calc 1. Exams here, there's 3 and a comprehensive final. And then you'll notice that I will post suggested reviews, which are homework problems out of the text. So they're all odd. And in your My Math Lab shell under the content area, you'll have access to the student solutions manual. So all the problems are worked out there. I would highly recommend you take advantage of that as you start to study for the exams. And there's a formula sheet in there. There's right now the formula sheet is just for the college algebra portion. The formula sheet will be attached to the exams, and you'll have access to that. So I would start using the formula sheet when you're doing your homework. And then in the past, in my college algebra class, I have done face-to-face reviews, which I'll probably try in this class. So the Saturday or so before the week that the modules do, that the exams are due in the testing center, I come in for 2 or 3 hours, and students can come in and we can go over any review questions you may have. If we do that for this class, I will post an announcement of when they're going to be, and we'll go from there. So make sure that you have read the syllabus and understand all the syllabus. Of course, there is a syllabus quiz in Module 1. The quiz actually, I don't think, is due till the end of the second module because of students who um, come into the class late. So I give them a little bit of time to do the syllabus quiz. So all the questions in the syllabus quiz you can find in the syllabus. And of course, the syllabus quiz, it's actually one of your quiz grades for the class. So let's talk a little bit about avenues for success. First, you want to go to the FAQ, the frequently asked questions section in your My Learning. There's a lot of questions there the students typically ask, and I've tried to answer those. That'll give you a little better idea of how the class flows. And then there's a weekly participation guide, also a tab in your My Learning that kind of gives you an idea of the expectations or a good avenue to follow in order to have success in the class. And then also all three campuses have a math resource center where there's actually tutors there, and they're pretty good that you can go in, and they have a varying time schedule. You can look under the college website and type in math resource center. It gives you the hours when they're open. And also the college pays for a smart thinking tutors. So you want to check that out. Go on the college website, check in smart thinking, and it'll take you to where you can get access to that. It's pretty good. A lot of students use it, but it's the smart thinking is you can ask questions and get live tutoring, 24/7. So if you have a question at 2 o'clock in the morning on homework or whatever, you can use the smart thinking, and a lot of times get a access to a response to your question pretty quickly. So this is, again, an action-packed class. It's very, you have to stay on top of it and not get behind and spend the required amount of hours. It's somewhere between 12 and 15 hours a week, so schedule accordingly. And of course, you don't want to wait till Monday night to start on the module. You kind of want to work on it as you go, work on it through. So basically, during the semester, you're going to be faced with a choice every single day. And that choice is going to be that you can either make progress or you can make it excuses, but you can't make both. So I would take the progress, work on it a little bit, at least 3 to 4 times a week for 2 or 3 hours each day, and go ahead and get a good passing grade. And the main thing is prepare yourself for calculus, because everyone in this class presumably is going to take our calculus with trigonometry or our engineering calculus, which is our Math 1200. Now, there'll be announcements each week, sometimes several announcements. So make sure you're logging into My Learning at least 3, sometimes 4 times a week, and read all the announcements in their entirety. There's a lot of information in there, and they're all geared towards making you successful in the class. The discussion board questions are worth 15% of your overall grade. And in there, this semester, we incorporated the requirement that you must use a math editor. The My Learning, when you go in to post a discussion, it has a math editor in there. Just hit the 3 dots and then hit the summation signal and put in your equation or whatever it is you're going to put in, and then hit submit, and it goes into your discussion. This is a college class, therefore you need to be able to communicate efficiently, not only to be able to do the math, but also to be able to communicate in writing. There's a rubric for discussion boards 2 through 8. In module 2, the discussion board, there I put a sample or an example of a discussion board of how to, I put a question and how to answer the question to get full credit throughout the rubric. So you might want to take a look at that before you start the discussion post for module 2. And then for each module, you'll be required to respond to 2 fellow learners. Now, your initial response for the discussion board must be in by Saturday night, 11:59, and then you'll have till Monday night, 11:59, for your responses to 2 other students. This portion of the class kind of takes the place of the lecture class, where you have interaction with the professor and other students doing class, and helps you better understand the material and develop a critical thinking type approach to solving math problems in general. And then, of course, after the module is submitted, and I'll submit the grades, and make sure you read the comments I put with each one of your discussions. So I take a lot of time. I go through there, I read them, and I put comments for each one. So make sure you read those. That'll help you on your next discussion board, and then help you understand the material a little bit better. Also, this semester, I've incorporated a question and answer discussion board, which there's no grade for this. And it's a place if you have questions about the module or the material in the module or what's due that module or whatever, you can post questions on the Q&A discussion board, and other students are encouraged to answer those questions. And, I'll keep an eye on it. And after, 24, 48 hours, if no students respond, then I will put something in there trying to answer your question. But that's basically for students to communicate with each other during the course of the module. And then also this semester, I've added a Zoom room. So there may be time during the semester that I will post an announcement and say, hey, I'll be in the Zoom room at this time. So all you have to do is click on the Zoom room link, and it would take you right to the Zoom, and we'll be here right in my office. And then, of course, you can see here I have a board in my office where we can actually work problems there if you have questions about that. Or if you have an individual question you need to answer, you can send me an email, and we can determine a time to just for you to go in the Zoom room, and we can get your questions answered. So I hope this introduction video has helped you out a little bit. The main thing here in this course is to stay on top of it. I mean, don't let it get behind, and plan for several times a week. Don't wait till the last minute to do the My Math Lab homework, quizzes, and discussion board, because that's not the avenue for you best to succeed. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you during the semester. Bye, and good luck, and may the force be with you.